Hello everybody and welcome to the channel, and the channel is Ptertain TV and my name's Kevin J. Moore. Seriously, just now I watched this video and I couldn't believe the video was amazing. It was a Pearl Davies video, and when I watched that video I realised, in my personal opinion, that Pearl Davies surpassed herself. Because what I mean is, it's a video that's mentioning Matt Walsh. I couldn't believe it. I never thought it was possible, but she literally destroyed him. She destroyed Matt Walsh. She put him 6 feet under, metaphorically speaking. Seriously, she destroyed the man. Anyway, listen to what she said, because I couldn't believe it. Oh, listen to this. This is what she said. Listen. I'll put it on there for you now. Have a listen to this because it's amazing. Have a listen.
But what intrigued me about this post is that Matt Walsh's video attacking me and others who recommended caution to young men about marriage, it originally came out 2 years ago. I looked and I saw that Matt Walsh recently reposted the video to his YouTube channel for some reason. I assume it's in response to my recent essay video called How Conservatives Trick You into Marrying Modern Women, which I tore TradCon's a new one, exposed their motives for deceiving young men, and unpacked some of the misleading statistics and arguments they use to do so. Or maybe it has nothing to do with me at all. Maybe Matt is just regurgitating old content because he knows he peaked after the one-trick pony move of repeatedly asking mentally ill libtards what a woman is. Or maybe Matt's wife's boyfriend won't let him use the computer unsupervised anymore. I don't know. But Brad Wilcox's post and Matt Walsh's video did get me thinking about the business of marriage pimping and convincing young men to walk blindly into the worst deal they could ever take in their lives.
She said Matt's wife's boyfriend. That was so funny. She said Matt's wife's boyfriend. I couldn't believe it, you know what I mean? It's just amazing. So funny. But she's talking about telling young guys not to get married, because she's sort of trying to warn them, really, because she knows that when you get married it doesn't work out, the woman gets 50%, and then it doesn't matter what the situation is, whether she was a good wife or not, whether she cheated or not. She's trying to say that it's not a good deal really for men, 50%, you know what I mean? So it's a painful one, actually, very painful if you go through that. And so Pearl, she's trying to warn people against doing that, you know what I mean? She's trying to warn people. But anyway, listen to more of the video. It's just amazing. Listen to some more of the video. Have a listen. Have a listen.
These influencers is a woman named Pearl Davies, who has garnered a relatively large following on YouTube and various social media platforms. She's in her mid-20s, single and childless, and yet full of opinions about modern marriage and family life, a subject that she has no personal insight into whatsoever.
But I'll see guys that take you guys' advice, and sometimes, you know, it ruins their life.
Also, another point is that Matt made a point about Pearl, and he mentioned that she's only young, which was a good point that he made on the surface anyway. But the point is, just because she's young doesn't mean she's wrong, does it? She might be young, but it doesn't mean that she's wrong in what she's saying. In fact, a lot of what she's saying to me, a lot of it makes sense. You know, it makes sense, a lot of what she's saying about marriage, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, the man is not gonna get the good benefit when things don't work out.
Matt Walsh in his video ignores plenty of credible estimates and good work done on divorce rate to simply use the raw census data to claim the divorce rate is 35%.
Probably our best guess is based on US Census data, which according to the most recent figures says that about 35% of American adults who have been married have been divorced.
I've covered how TradCons sometimes like to lowball the divorce rate in my video, How Conservatives Trick You into Marrying Modern Women. Sometimes they even have the nerve to drop it below 30%. In the same video, I debunked the claim the Daily Wire likes to make that being religious reduces your chance of divorce to single digits. That is yet another lie. In his video, Matt Walsh deliberately misconstrues another tweet of mine, in which I pointed out how Walsh, Ben Shapiro, and Michael Knowles are still in their 30s at this time, which is a pretty young age to be preaching to the public about the keys to a happy marriage.
In one of her tweets, she wrote, quote, "The tradcons push marriage because they aren't old enough to know better. They don't know the reality of what they're pushing." This is accompanied by a picture of myself, Ben Shapiro, and Michael Knowles. We aren't old enough to know better and don't know the reality of what we're pushing, yet a woman who is younger than us and single does know better and does understand this reality.
Which Walsh goes on to do multiple times in the same video. My point was that these three young guys might not even know what they're advocating for until the ugly divorce happens to one of them. I personally don't find it so easy to hand wave the absolute horror stories I've heard of men having to live their lives devastated in divorce court. And need I point out what happened to Steven Crowder, about whom the Daily Wire at the time maliciously pushed the falsehoods made up by Crowder's wife. There is literally nothing Walsh, Shapiro, or Knowles could say to convince me that one day they won't find themselves in Crowder's position. And if they do tell you otherwise, they're either lying or delusional. Trad wives are all sundresses, ride or die, and cherry pie all day until they are trying to get alimony, child custody, and child support in divorce court. Then they might as well be head shaved, tatted up, purple-haired feminists along with the rest of modern women.
And also, she mentioned that Matt and the other people she's talking about have not been married that long in terms of their age, only young in terms of their age relatively to be married. So there's still time when things develop and things go wrong in marriage. Unfortunately, it happens because people are people. End of the day, you can try your best, but the human side comes out. The selfishness can come out. Plus, it's like a mission, trying to maintain that marriage with the person. It's a mission, man. So I think Pearl, her advice, in my opinion, makes a lot of sense. You know, she's saying be cautious because at the end of the day, the man is gonna be the one that suffers if he gets married, and then the wife decides to say goodbye. Then what happens then? What happens to him? He's finished and he has to give 50% and all that. 50%, damn, 50%. Seriously, it's a lot. Oh goodness, it's painful giving that 50%, you know what I mean? 50%, there needs to be some sort of reform or something, means tested or something like that, I don't know, but seriously, Pearl, she makes a good point there. You know, what can you say? You can't dispute really what she's saying. She makes a good point. She's making a really good point. Anyway, I just thought I sent a video because at the end of the day, she's making an excellent point about marriage, and you got to think, do you want to give away all that money? Anyway, thanks for watching the video, and thanks Pearl for that video what you made about marriage, because you're right, really, you're making loads of good points. It's just fact, you know what I mean? She's bringing out these good facts about marriage, and you know, it's not all bed of roses. Anyway, thanks for watching the video, see you soon.